Good morning, good morning. Doesn't say I'm live yet. There it goes. Okay, good morning. Having a little trouble connecting this morning. I don't know if it's the wind or... It's not really windy out though. It's very cold though. So if you're on, say hi. Three of you are on. Good morning. Hi, Dresta. Yeah. I was like, it was spinning and spinning. It wasn't connecting. I don't know if the weather has anything to do with it or not. But anyway. So welcome. I have a few housekeeping items and then I have some really cute cards to share with you this morning. So Pat's there. Yay. Hey, you two. I did post cutting directions for the DSP inside the event. Just need to click on the pictures of each project and the cutting instructions will be there, and I will see you at 7 in that event. Not on this page, but in the event. We'll be going live in the event. So just need to click on the event and we'll be there to have our little craft along this evening. So my True Blue Floral Craft Along is tonight for those that purchased the product, December's product of the month. And let's see, class here in the studio is next Monday at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Weather permitting. I hear there's a little rumor going around that we could be getting a big snowstorm on Sunday into Monday. So, or all weekend long, I don't know. I don't think they know. So, just before you head over for class on Monday, make sure you check your email and Facebook. Because I'll be posting whether we'll be having class or not, depending on the weather. If not, we will make it a craft along or something like that. So, okay, so the Valentine class that I shared with you last week is still open until tomorrow. Tomorrow, and this is the Fun Fold Valentine class. So tomorrow's the last day to grab that. I will post the link again so that you guys can get, take advantage of that. Yep, snow. Yeah, you're right, Pat. They're saying 12, 15 inches. I don't know, double-digit inches. They're saying. I mean, nobody is committing yet, but they're thinking maybe. So, then the in-studio class, Just Cards is Valentine's as well. So we're going to do one of each of these. These are ready to roll. Hannah's over here cutting, getting ready for Just Cards. I mean, for Stamp-A-Stack. So we are getting all ready, and just hopefully things will go as they should. Let's see, bonus days are still going on until the end of January. So for every 50 you spend, you get a $5 coupon to use in February. You didn't hear that? Yeah. That's what they're saying. Who knows, Pat? You know, we never know. And we haven't had any significant snow, at least here, in a couple years. So we're due. But I hope it's in and out before Tuesday, because Tuesday morning I have to pick up my middle daughter from the airport. She's flying in from Texas. So hopefully that'll be all out of here before she has to come home. So anyway, she's coming home for my birthday. I thought I had my tape runner over here. I'm gonna have to there's still some on here, just a couple. Then I'll have to switch it out. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, bonus days, class here in the studio. Let me see, the Valentine class closes. We extended, you had 9 inches this week. Oh, Deborah, you're in New York. Okay. Yeah, Pennsylvania, we had, well, the roads were bad on Saturday. I went into the wrestling match for my grandsons and it was slick. But then until we left in the afternoon, it was all gone. So, and then it snowed a little bit on Sunday morning, but it didn't. Anyway, so we're due for a big one. But so, class is here in the studio. Valentine class closes today. Tomorrow. Valentine class closes I'm getting confused. Valentine class closes on the 22nd. We extend it We extended the March retreat registration until tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Bonus days, class, and the class is on Monday. Okay, did you get all that? You had 6 inches in Ephrata. Wow. And then Chris, Gretchen, you and Chris drove to Erie on Thursday. It was insane. Yeah, it's that time of year, isn't it? I hate it. I hope it. I actually thought January used to drag. Like, it used to be one of the slowest months of the year. But this January is going really quickly. So it's already, what, the 20th? So, yeah. Anyway, let's get to stamping, guys. I'm rambling. The winners from the last 2 giveaways from, let me grab them. I left them over here, I think. Okay, from Friday's giveaway, the winner of the ephemera pack is Rochelle Graff. And then the winner of the grand prize one is the Lots to Love kit with Terry Penninger. All right, guys, so thank you for joining me last week for our Share the Love week. All right, let's get started with these cute bugs. So the sweet bugs, and the DSP is called Cute as a Bug. So I know this probably maybe isn't some of your, like, we probably saw it and thought, but I thought these are really cute. We have all these little dies that match, and then we have the bugs. So let's get started with the projects for that. And these would make cute cards, kids cards, of course. Picnic cards, like a picnic invite, barbecue invite, or baby cards. I think these would make cute little welcome baby cards. But anyway, I think if you're doing any picnic scrapbook pages, I think these ants would be cute across a scrapbook page. So anyway, just a thought. So it's a bundle, stamps and dies. The paper, of course, I don't know here lately, but I think our papers are the star of the show. Because you don't even really need that stamp set, but you can make gorgeous cards with just the paper. So we have this one, and this one is a gingham. We have the strawberries and the quilt pattern. And we have this one. And another quilt pattern. And we have that one. And then this looks like a sponged pattern. Do you remember when we used to sponge walls like this? Yes, there are so many cute ideas. And I am using this for my optional class at Retreat as well. And then these, I'm loving that they are putting these in the packet, like in the DSPs, because you could just use these for scrapbooking, card making. I think that's a cool idea. And then we have this piece. Okay. But yeah, there's a ton of ideas with these cute little bugs. Let's get started with these 2 ideas today. Okay, here we go. Here's this one. Oh, in the suite also is this old olive rick-rack. And then, of course, our ladybug gems, which went unorderable, which I knew they would. Don't worry. If you did sign up for my class at Retreat, I ordered extra in on the 2nd day so that they're here. So I knew they might not be here when we do class. But anyway, good morning, Joan. So here's our first card. Okay, so this is Mossy Meadow, 5.5 by 8.5, and then I cut off 1.5 inches. Let me pull it into camber. And then I scored it at 4 1/4. So it's scored at 4 1/4, and then I cut 1.5 inches off. So there we go. So for the inside, I'm going to put this little strip of gingham. Right there. Yes, it's a rick-rack. Yep, that's takes you back in time for sure. But you know what they say? Everything has a comeback, right? There we go. I know my daughter was telling me of some things that were a big thing now that were actually, yeah, this is the paper. It looks different because this is a different piece. It's just a different section of the paper. So this one I cut 2 3/4 by, or 2 and a little bit more then 3/4, like 1/8 more, and then 5 1/4. I knew that that was going to happen. That my tape runner was going to be. I have one here. So, okay, we're just gonna. This is just gives you just a little bit of a border. There we go. All right, let me switch out and put in a refill. Okay. Alrighty. Now I did cut this one out. This is actually from the Everyday Arches. I'm going to use that for the label. I'm going to stamp Hello Friend in Mossy Meadow. Like that. And we're going to add a little rickrack. So I'm just going to put tape here. And we're just going to wrap the rickrack around. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Everybody needs these bugs, Gretchen. And I think you signed up for my class. I have some other fun folds we're going to be doing with these at retreat. Okay, so we have Hello Friend. I just wrapped a little rickrack around there. And I just have this little piece of a strip of Real Red. And I'm going to just layer that right across here. And we are going to pop this up. Our Ellie girl is really chattery today. Yeah, I think you did. I was looking at my list. Yes, yep, this set is adorable. So we're going to add that. Oop, we're going to add that right here. And then we're going to add a ladybug. Right there. There we go. Nope. The sticky. I hate that. We lost the ladybug. I'll have to find him and then use a glue dot. There we go. So there's your first card. Good morning, Judy. She sounds so cute. Yeah, they love her little voice, Hannah. Yeah, she is cute. I gave her some sequins that were retired. I just had a little thing of them and I gave them to her and she was all excited because she loves that. She was coloring and adding sequins. Okay, so here's our next one. That looks ravelly. Yeah, it is a little ravelly, but it kind of gives it a little unique look there, Pat. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna ravel. Better chatty than grumpy, absolutely. Okay, so here we go. So here's the second one. So this is just a fold. Okay. So the base of this one is actually Cajun Craze. And I scored it at 4 1/4 and 1 1/2. So we're just gonna fold. This is sort of like a side C fold. Z fold. Okay, there we go. Then we have this piece and I'm gonna layer my DSP on that. Old fashioned, the rickrack. Yeah, very much so. Vintage. Vintage is an in thing. Did you know that? That there's, what were you telling me, Hannah, that was back? That was so popular that the millennials are going crazy over something. She was telling me the other day. Like the geese are back, right? Like those goose, the country goose, that's back. Oh, we were talking about, our bear. What was our bear? Idris is on here. She loved that bear. Button Bear. We were talking about Button Bear or if you guys are OG stampers, you knew Button Bear. Like, it was like a main staple for stampers when a long time ago, probably 25, 30 years ago, Button Bear. So we were talking about Button Bear, and Hannah goes, Mom, you do know that bear is back. That country bear look is back. It's very popular right now. Yeah, Button Bear, just as said. So yeah, that's what we were talking about. Okay, and these mushrooms reminded me of, my sister-in-law had the mushroom canisters in her kitchen. Like, her kitchen was mushroom and mine was strawberries. I had the strawberries, so crazy. There's our missing ladybug. Okay. Country Goose was her kitchen 41 years ago. Yeah, Hannah, my daughter is collecting the country gooses now. Yep. I had strawberries 41 years ago, Deborah. Terry, you won the grand prize. You won the card kit. You're just popping on. Okay, I'm just do a DSP right there. And then we are going to add, we're going to add this just on this flap like this. So I'm going to put some adhesive right here. Now, these aren't the cards we're going to be making at retreat, but I am doing a fun fold with this at retreat. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to do the insides. So this piece is basic beige. Pat had the strawberries. Yeah, I had the strawberries too. Absolutely. I think we got them at Sears, the canister sets. Okay, and then I have this piece, and it has that missing ladybug on it. You know what? I might just keep it there. How about that? Rochelle did watermelons. Okay. Yep. Okay, so there's our card. So there you go. So that's a fun fold there. Then we are going to do some punching. So I'm going to, this is crushed curry. So we're going to do the label with love punch for that. I'm going to punch out a 2-inch circle out of the basic beige. And we have this piece here. So let's add that to the card, your Mossy Meadow strip. We're going to stamp Hello Friend on here. Yeah, this fold is really cool. So if you can't make retreat, you can always do a to-go packet, and then anything Sears is vintage. Yeah, you got that right. I mean, they're going like thrifting and looking for all this stuff, this vintage Tupperware. I was like, I don't even know what happened to all my Tupperware. I do still have some of it, but I know some of it's gone. I don't even know what happened. Okay, so we're just going to layer that right there. And we're going to add a ladybug. These ladybugs are all over the place. Goodness gracious. Here's another one that's rogue. We got some rogue ladybugs around here. That one's going to need... I'll put him there so I can put glue dot on him. And he's sticking to me. He will not. There we go. Okay. So there we go. So there are the two for today. Yeah. QVC and Home Shopping Networks is now selling Tupperware. Yeah, that's because it's not really a party plan anymore.
You get it at Costco too.
Hannah says at Costco too. I thought I saw some at Target, actually.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they had some at Target too. Yeah, it's not really a home party plan anymore. I'm not even sure. I thought I heard rumors that they're not even in the US anymore. I don't know. I have to look into that. Okay, there we go. So there's the 2 for today. They're cute as a bug. So you like the mushroom card? Yep. These are really cute. Okay, guys, I think that's all I have. Just a few reminders. Valentine class closes on the 22nd. My March retreat closes tomorrow. Oh my gosh, that's too funny, Gretchen. Yes, I know how you feel. Like, I watch, like, my kids sometimes send me these reels about things that, like, toys and stuff that they had. And it really makes me feel old because they're looking at them and they're thinking it's old. And I just saw somebody the other day posting about how they used to take their kids to Toys R Us. And, like, my grandkids know nothing about that because that's just, you know, anyway, it's really weird. But yeah, we are vintage, Gretchen. I'm sorry, I'm right there with you. I'm a little bit more vintage than you are, though. So there we go. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for our morning convo. That was fun. But these bugs are cute. If you're planning on coming to class Monday, watch the weather. I'll be watching it too. But we are going to do Valentine's for just cards, and then I have Stack is we're using Lovely Arrangements for Stamp a Stack. All right, guys, I will see you on Thursday with some more fun projects.